How would Mcfarlane show this off? Oh, he'd do some shit like this. This thing is massive, man. It's pretty big and it was $40. What is good, everybody? Articulated Ninja here, and today we are taking a look at this kids toy. I wonder, is it all kids toys and we're just kidults? I don't know, but we're really looking at a kids toy. It's a Spinmaster Batwing, and this thing was only $40. It is sold out now. I'm pretty sure it sold out within the first 24 hours. I ordered it then. It's been here for like 2 days. I've just been so busy trying to do so many things. I finally had the time to take this thing out of the box and look at it, and oh man, guys, I don't understand how anybody defends any vehicles being crowdfunded. This thing is 27 inches. This thing is huge. Now, don't get me wrong, it's $40. There's no detail. There's no paintwork. It's just all black, but you get the point. Like, and if we can get a 27-inch vehicle with basically no paintwork that's this big for $40, I mean, throwing the paintwork, throwing the decos, what are we looking at? $100? $110? Like, throwing some interior, because this thing has no interior. It's just blank. It comes with like a 10-inch figure. That figure is selling for like $5. So is this vehicle really $35 or $30 if the figure is going for $5 or $10 on its own? But I digress. You understand what I'm trying to say. $35 vehicle, no paintwork, throw in some paintwork, maybe that brings us to $100, max $120. So I'm not really sure what Mcfarlane was thinking doing $250 for a Batwing that in comparison is just a few inches off from this. I'm not saying it's not big. I'm not saying the detail isn't there. It is. It looks nice. I'm not saying that it's ugly. And anybody that wanted to get it, I really hope you enjoy it, because it's a vehicle that wasn't crowdfunded. I can support that. I can get behind that. Even if I think the price is a little bit crazy, he paid for tooling and we're not waiting a year to get it. We get it in literally 2 or 3 months. So hey, that's cool. But if you don't want to spend $250 on that Mcfarlane one that just has a bit more detail and some interior design, I think this is a really good option. And I'm not the only one that thinks that, obviously, that this is a steal at this price and this scale, because it's sold out. And I highly doubt it's sold out for kids to play with. Like, I think collectors for the most part got wind of this thing because a few videos have been popping up about it and everybody just rushed to get it. Not to mention it was a Target exclusive, so I don't think the quantities were even high to begin with in the first place. I'm not a crazy customizer, guys. I just do it so it looks good enough for me to sit on the shelf, or in this case to be hanging from the ceiling. I went to Dollar Tree. I always promote the Final Faction little accessory packs. Let's say they're $250 each. Now we're at $5, and then I use some Model Masters acrylic steel paint, and that's probably another $5. So for $50, I was able to really get this thing to the point that I like it. And I suck. Once again, I'm not the greatest customizer, kit basher, and you guys can make this thing look 10 times better. But even if you don't want to make it look better, a lot of other people I've seen just get it and they're totally fine with it just being a whole matte black right out of the package. That's great. Then you could take some WWE chairs and just cut the legs off, glue the chairs inside of it, and now you have seats for 6 to 7 inch figures. That's super easy and convenient. I'm just showing you guys options. I'm just showing you guys, hey, I am on a budget. I'm not sure how many of you guys are on a budget. So things like this really help me out a lot, especially if, like I said, $40, I threw in another $10 with some Final Faction accessories and some paint, and I was able to get this thing to look at least in my opinion, comparable to what Mcfarlane is selling for $250. Let's check this out. Guys, super simple, man. I know there's some people that are gonna be like, hey, that shit, it still looks trash compared to Mcfarlane's, but for me, it's okay. I just want it to look nice enough on my shelf, and for me, it definitely does. And it looks better to me knowing I only paid $40 and not $250. Not to mention, I'm not gonna have it on the shelf, you know, with the cockpit open anyway. So that interior design, it really doesn't matter much, but I did want to be able to fit 2 figures inside of it. And I gave myself more work by dremeling down those pieces as the chair, the backrest for the chair, when I should have just did what I told you guys, crazy glue a WWE chair down, cut the legs off, crazy glue a chair on the inside, and it'll be fine, man. I should have did that. I really like this. For 40 bucks, I have no complaints. It's funny because when it comes to Marvel Legends and stuff like that, we get a figure and a motorcycle for $40 or more, and here for $40 we got a 27-inch Batwing jet. So this is just dope, man. Like, I'm just trying to help the people that are on a budget, because I'm on a budget. But come on, man, that car nowhere near worth $350, even with the flickering lights. And I'm just not throwing shade at Legends, man. I don't think the Mcfarlane Batwing should have been $250, but same with G.I. Joe Classified. That his tank, come on, man, that his tank, if we take out the lights and we take out some of the unnecessary accessories, we could have really got a good army building vehicle for $150 or less. And a lot of people would have bought into that, but nope, they had to crowdfund it. If that his tank would have been their cheaper plastic and not the plastic, the premium plastic that's shipped from Venus and Mars, that his tank would have flew off the shelves with the cheaper plastic at $100 with no lights. And I would have got a few too, but I just couldn't do it because it was crowdfunded. And so many people defended the his tank, saying that it needed to be crowdfunded because it was so big and amazing. It's not true, man. They're doing us a disservice because a lot of these are army building vehicles, including that Ghost Rider car, because it could have been so many other things. It was a muscle car. These are army building vehicles that we can use for so many things, and they're convincing people that it needs to be crowdfunded, and it's not true. But this Kids Toy Spinmaster Batwing was definitely worth it for me, in my opinion. But Mcfarlane definitely sent a message by doing that Batmobile for $60. Hopefully we get more vehicles, man, more around the Batmobile price, $60, and I hope he explores into the Batman Beyond realm, because he's already done quite a few Batman Beyond figures. And I say that the Spinmaster has no detail, but it does have some sculpting detail. They did add these little vents on the bottom, which I think is pretty cool, because they didn't have to do that. So I could have painted these silver. I think these would look nice being painted silver too. And then the wheels are also retractable, so all of these little wheels, they don't actually roll, it's just sculpted molded plastic, but the wheels can actually be pressed down and flipped back up. But I really like these vents. I really like the idea that the wheels can be pushed into it in case you do want to hang it from the ceiling. You don't have to worry about having the wheels out, just snap the wheels down, or if you're gonna have it on the shelf, pop those wheels out. I think that's pretty cool for the price. That's what it's always for the price in this scenario here, because this is $40 for a 27-inch bat plane with a 10-inch figure that, you know, we might not care about, but I'm sure others do. And also in regards to Spinmaster versus Mcfarlane, I started following a channel called Collect2disconnect. The guy seems pretty cool that's running it. He actually took the time to cut out the dimensions of the Mcfarlane Batwing. I'm already short on time. I didn't have the time to do that, but I definitely want to give him a shout out for doing that, because he gave a pretty good representation of the size difference between this Spinmaster versus the Mcfarlane. So shout out to Collect2disconnect. Go check out his video, because he got into way more detail than I did regarding his Spinmaster one. Like I said, my man's even cut out a comparison chart to show you guys a good representation. So I have the link to his video in the description below, and I got a news video on the way, guys. I'm probably gonna drop that in a few hours. This way we could just talk all the action figures that had been, you know, released, revealed, or promoted in the last week or so. So news video coming soon. But like I always say, man, life is short. Try to appreciate it more than you complain about it. Peace. G.I. Joe, classified, Marvel Legends on my mind, Valorverse and NECA time, Mythic Legions I must find, SH Figure Arts I can't lie, Reveltech got my pockets dry, Set action figures for life, Articulated Ninja is nausea, you might wanna subscribe, action